The overall concept of strength conditioning here for Liberty and club sports is to do everything off of the ice, the mat, the court to help the team win.
Strength and conditioning. What separates boys from men and girls from women. As all sports fanatics know, games are won in the weight room way before the actual game presents itself. And here at Liberty Club Sports, proper weight training is key for our athletes not only to dominate the game, but to dictate the way we play it.
I got into strength conditioning as probably most coaches do, with just loving working out myself. I began training early years of college and really loved being in the gym, loved the culture, loved everything about it, and then started getting more into the science part of it, manipulating variations of different movements, intensities, volume. And from there I realized I love coaching, I love working with people, I love working with athletes, and this was just such a perfect career.
For us, I know we have to be very involved speaking with the coaches. If the guys or girls have had a tough practice, or they've had a tournament, we have to be in contact with the coaches, building relationships with them, and with the players especially. We're working out with them at least 2 times a week. You still keep your coach, face on, but you do build relationships with these guys and girls. You get to know them. We get to pray with them. Huddle up, and you build relationships with them.
And with the broad range of teams that Liberty Club Sports has to offer, our strength coaches take pride in meticulously making sure each and every athlete are in the best shape for his or her sport.
What will make the best athlete for that sport? It's going to be different for hockey, and it's going to be different for volleyball, and it's going to be different for wrestling, and it's going to be different for crew. So I really collaborate with the coaches, asking them what do they want more out of from their team. Ultimately, we're trying to develop individual athletes to be better physically by reducing injuries, by making them faster, making them stronger. And from the better individuals, we're hoping that creates a better team.
Team. Together, everyone achieves more. And the more the team achieves, the more fulfilling the job is for our strength and conditioning coaches.
For me, being a coach here is great. Like I was saying, it's just rewarding seeing these guys and girls excel, and grow, whether it's physically, spiritually. Obviously ours is more physical, if they're PRing all the time, personal records, it's great, just seeing them grow.
I'm a competitive person, and I want to see the teams that I work with win. Everything that I put into it is hopefully going to show the results during competition day when they have a tournament, a meet, or just games. And working with athletes and individuals in the weight room, and then being able to see all of that hard work and everything that we work for from September to March, from mid-October till late May, finally come into fruition. Those are the things that motivate me and drive me. And when you have an athlete especially comes in who's just not into working out, and then they could see the benefits of the training and they could see the results in their gameplay finally start to pan out, that's when the job is so worthwhile.
Towards the net, scores! Towards the net, knocked down, towards the goal, scores! Zachariah Roberts!
The main job of the athletic training department here is to make sure that our athletes compete safely and to make sure that any injuries are taken care of, and we try and send them to our team physician if necessary. We rehab them here in the clinic, and we want to get them back on the playing surface as soon as possible. Over the past 5 years, this program has just skyrocketed. I started here 5 years ago as a part-time person just covering hockey, and in the past 5 years my staff has grown to 2 full-time individuals, including myself, and 3 grad assistants.
Athletic training is almost like a middleman between whether it's PTs or doctors or whatnot. We're the first line of defense with an injury, essentially. Whenever someone goes down on the field, it's the athletic trainer who runs out, and then you're kind of calling on the medical personnel to either come on.
The ultimate goal is to obviously have as few injuries as possible, but then we wouldn't really have a job. But so we want to, once our athletes get hurt, to get them back on the playing field as soon as possible with as minimal procedures as possible.
And while getting them back on the field is a priority, the grueling process of rehabbing allows the athletic trainers the opportunity to pour into these athletes' lives, whether it's mentally, physically, but most important, spiritually.
I love to care for athletes, and I love to care for people. And when I was younger, I wanted to be in medicine, but I wanted to be around sports, and so I decided to combine the best of both worlds and go the sports medicine route. I love the relationships that I form with athletes, the relationships I form with coaches and my staff, and really it's all a part about just caring for people is also a part of sharing God's love.
In athletic training, your biggest thing is being a servant. I mean, that's what the Bible calls you to be. And what better way to do it than being behind the scenes and treating athletes? I mean, there's a lot of times we go unrecognized, but who cares?
Those relationships that I build, that's what I do it for. It's not, I don't do it for the money, don't do it for the fame. I do it because I care about people and I want to see them to be the best they can be.
The honor and notoriety may come, but witnessing these athletes succeed after he or she has overcome an injury is by far the greatest accolade our athletic trainers can ever achieve.
We want our athletes to compete to their best potential, and so we want them to work hard. And when we see an athlete who has struggled through an injury go and have an amazing game or an amazing competition, that for us is our reward, to see that, and then to get the thank yous for those are also good as well.
I think one of the greatest aspects of athletic training is you're finding people at their worst. When they've sustained a knee sprain or a broken arm, they're not playing, and sometimes they almost feel disconnected from their team. So you're almost getting them at their worst point or their lowest point, and you're able to connect with them at that point and build that relationship as you're rehabbing them, as you're getting them back to playable conditions.
Club sports for us is unique in the fact that they're non-scholarship athletes, so they just want to compete just for the fun of competing, and we want them to be able to do that. Unfortunately, there are injuries that happen, but that's why we're here, hopefully to get them back into competing as soon as possible.
Marakovic gets away from his defender for a moment. What a move. Cuts it back, pass in front. Oh, what a goal! Bernardo between his legs. An absolute beauty.
Bye.